So the purpose of the National Museum of Funeral History is really to help people be more educated about death. It's the most inevitable event in all of our lives.
Right. Well, death and taxes, isn't it?
Well, you can cheat taxes. Can't cheat death.
That's a good point.
This is museum president Genevieve Kinney.
You don't often think about it because I think most people just don't want to think about it.
And I think that's a lot of reasons why we have a hard time getting the average visitor. But I want people to understand that when they come here, they're going to be enriched. They're going to be enlightened. They're going to hopefully learn how to embrace death in a different way.
I love that. I love it.
From casket making to cremation to mummification, honoring the dead is a tradition that goes back as far as mankind itself and spans the globe. And this museum has the most incredible collection on Earth of deathly artifacts.
This has to be the most photographed vehicle in our entire museum. This is all hand-carved, wood-paneled.
It's amazing. I mean, from a distance, it looks like drapery, right? And you
Yes.
get up close and go, what?
And that's what it's supposed to be. Drapery was curtain, if you will, to provide privacy and a little bit of elegance.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Some of the hearses have participated in very famous funerals. This hearse carried Princess Grace Kelly, while this one carried both Presidents Ronald Reagan and Gerald Ford. But it's not just the car you ride out in that needs style, but also the casket that carries you. You want to go out wrapped in mint money, a giant chicken, or a hot rod? Well, you got to plan ahead.
You know, it used to be really common to put your dead loved ones in your living room and hold a wake for people to come and visit. And so you had to stay in your house while your loved one stayed downstairs by the fireplace. Part of me is very glad we don't do this anymore. So this whole room is mementos from famous celebrity funerals. So here's the wristband and a ticket to Michael Jackson's memorial service. We got astronauts, Western film heroes. This is incredible.
There's no doubt that the world mourns any time a famous or influential person dies. Like the death of a U.S. president, many of us watched and mourned together as President George H.W. Bush's funeral train traveled from Spring to College Station. But no modern-day funeral is more elaborate or wrapped in more tradition than the passing of the Pope.
So here we are showcasing the life, the rituals and customs, the important people that are involved, and then of course the time when all of the public is able to come and have that time of mourning, that time of respect.
Pope John Paul II's funeral in 2006 is believed to have been the largest funeral in the history of the world, with an estimated 3 million people traveling to Rome and 2 billion watching across the globe.
To a certain degree, a lot of this stuff is like stuff you don't want to think about, but everybody at some point will lose a loved one and you got to walk through it. In a way, it's kind of getting these things that may make you uncomfortable kind of out in the light, and then you get to kind of learn about them and appreciate them. And like maybe it makes the things that are kind of scary and creepy a little less so.
Grief is an emotion that unites us all. And as strange as it may be, maybe this museum is here to make it just a little bit easier.